The story begins with two LAPD policemen, Bran Taylor and Mike Zavala, lifelong friends since their academy days. Taylor habitually carries a camera, discreetly placing one on Mike as well to record their activities. Responding to a call about Mr. Tree's drunk and disruptive elder brother, they confront him. Despite verbal abuse and a challenge issued by Mr. Tree's brother, Mike accepts and Taylor permits the confrontation. Taylor eventually subdues him, but instead of arresting him, they warn Mr. Tree's brother not to reveal their intervention to his gang, under threat of severe consequences. Later that evening, Mr. Tree and his gang confront Taylor and Mike, resulting in a fatal altercation when a car arrives unexpectedly. The following morning, as they investigate the incident, they encounter homicide detectives who criticize their methods, warning them of potential dismissal from the LAPD if they continue disregarding protocol. Soon after, they respond to a missing persons report, leading them to a suspicious house. Inside, they discover a drunk couple and, upon further investigation, find their two children bound and gagged in a cupboard. Outraged by the parents' neglect due to drug addiction, Taylor confronts them angrily. Knowing the children are their own, but were neglected while they cried out for help, he warns them, saying, "If you do anything like this again, I will have you arrested." LAPD partners patrol the streets and often face dangerous situations. One day, after handling a drunk man who was harassing people, they respond to a noise complaint about a loud party hosted by a gangster named Big Evil. They convince him to lower the volume, avoiding further trouble. The next day, Mike spends time with his pregnant wife, Gabby, and Taylor, with his longtime girlfriend, Janet. The two families enjoy each other's company, joking and bonding. On patrol in South Los Angeles, they spot a suspicious truck, stop it, and uncover gold-plated weapons and cash linked to a Mexican cartel. The driver is arrested, and they learn the cartel is highly dangerous, with influence across Los Angeles. That evening, they heroically rescue 3 children from a burning house. Despite receiving an award for bravery, Taylor feels unfulfilled and desires to make a real impact as a police officer. Returning to the cartel case, they search a suspicious house and find weapons and hostages, revealing a human trafficking operation. However, federal agents take over the case, leaving Taylor frustrated. Soon after, Mike's wife gives birth, and Taylor joins Janet to congratulate them. Despite their joy, work calls again. Responding to a distress call, they find a colleague injured and arrest the attacker. The situation leads to an argument, and Taylor resigns in frustration. Later, Taylor marries Janet, and Mike, drunk at the wedding, makes Taylor promise to care for his wife and child if anything happens to him. Back on duty, they investigate an eerie house and discover a horrifying scene. Numerous bodies killed by the cartel. As their reputation grows, a federal officer sends a video recording of the cartel leader ordering hits on Taylor and Mike, making it clear that the cartel is targeting them. Despite their success, their lives are now in grave danger. The hitman is Big Evil, and he is planning with his gang to kill Taylor and Mike. However, the LAPD does not inform them about the video footage implicating the gang. One day, while patrolling, they encounter Mr. Tree, who has become their ally since they chose not to arrest him previously. Tree warns them that many people are after their lives, but Taylor and Mike dismiss it, joking that being targeted by criminals comes with the job. Later, during a conversation, Taylor reveals to Mike that Janet is pregnant. Mike is thrilled that Taylor is becoming a family man. Meanwhile, Big Evil's gang plans their attack, deciding they need to strike strategically. One night, while patrolling, Taylor and Mike spot a car running a red light. Suspecting something, they chase the vehicle, which leads them to an apartment. Unaware it's a trap, they follow the suspect inside, where Big Evil and his gang ambush them with AK-47s. In the chaos, Taylor is injured and his phone is destroyed. The two take cover and decide to fight their way out. As they confront the gang, Taylor and Mike manage to kill several attackers before escaping into the street. A car approaches, and they mistake it for backup, but it opens fire, hitting Taylor in the chest. Despite his injuries, Mike retaliates, killing the attackers, but he realizes Taylor's condition is critical. While trying to protect his partner, the gang corners them. In a final act of sacrifice, Mike shields Taylor with his body as the gang opens fire. The police arrive just in time, eliminating Big Evil and his gang in a massive shootout. The next day, a citywide parade honors the fallen officers. Mike's body is carried in solemn tribute, while Taylor, alive because of Mike's sacrifice, mourns his partner deeply. During the eulogy, Taylor tearfully says, "Mike was my brother," before breaking down in grief. In a poignant flashback, we see a video of Mike recorded earlier that day, recounting a humorous story about hiding under his wife's parents' bed as a newlywed. Taylor and Mike had laughed together, unaware of the tragedy awaiting them. The film ends with this bittersweet memory, highlighting their bond and bravery.